Did the Lucknow Super Giants make a massive blunder by spending 27 crores on Rishabh Pant? And will Rishabh Pant be released into the auction next season? Well, it's tough to say, but the facts remain that Lucknow Super Giants are fifth team eliminated from the IPL this season. Though many things have gone right, some things have gone very, very wrong. So what happened? How did this team with so much potential end up just getting 5 wins in 12 games? Before we get into all the problems, let's start off with a few positives. The star obviously is batsmen, the big three. First up, we have Nicholas Puran. At 21 crores, he was their most expensive retention. And for good reason, because we've known for a long time that in the world of T20 cricket, he is one of the most dangerous players. To absolutely nobody's surprise, he has ruled over this IPL, and at the halfway stage was a strong contender for the orange cap itself. As it remains, he's already gotten over 500 runs, averaging close to 50 and has a strike rate of 200. It's that strike rate which is so crazy, and his ability to switch the game on its head is something no other player can do, but as crazy as that is, that was still kind of expected. What wasn't expected was the amazing season that Mitchell Marsh had. At 3.4 crores, he might look like a steal, but IPL fans have known for a while that his impact in the league has not been as strong as it could have been. He's been in the IPL since he was 18, yet somehow this is the season where he finally gets to break out. He has a chance of getting 600 runs, and just last match, he scored a century against arguably one of the best bowling sides in this IPL so far. He's also been lucky because his partner in crime has also risen to the occasion. That, of course, is Aiden Markram. At 2 crores, he again would look like a steal based on what he does internationally, but you have to remember how disappointing he was for SRH last cycle. This time around, there were no issues. Could easily get 500 runs, he's averaging around 35, and has 550s. He's been consistent and still has a decent strike rate. What's also good with someone like Aiden Markram is he offers you quality of spin. Whenever LSU is facing left-handed batsmen, they throw him into bowl, he gets good grip, and he's averaging better than a wicket every 3 overs. Even his economy is better than most of LSU's frontline bowlers. Now, surely LSU also has some Indian talent, don't they? Of course they do. You can't look further than Rishabh Pant, their captain. Over the last 10 years at this point, he's been considered India's brightest talent. You also have Ayush Baduni, who's rescued them from frustration times at that time. Abdul Samad, whose finishing ability is underrated, and he can tonk top quality bowlers for sixes. Even Shabazz Ahmed last was used so well as a flexible batsman who can bat anywhere in their order. On the bowling front, Ravi Bishnoi has already been the number 1 ranked T20 high bowler. Monkey out of extra space is something so exciting because no Indian fan has ever seen them. Mohsin Khan's left arm pace impressed everyone in 2023, and Avish Khan in the past has shown why he belongs to the IPL. Even Akashdeep has been great for India recently. But that's just talent, that's just hype, that's nothing materialized. What matters is execution. For someone like Rishabh Pant, that was not there at all. It was a season from hell, and it has surprised every single fan. While a player who with such ability is trying to manufacture such weird and unorthodox shots. His cameo in a dead rubber last match against GT meant his striker has been pushed just over 100, and he's not even averaging 14. It's a disaster in every sense, and he struggled for so long that at some point he even batted number 7. In stark contrast, Ayush Baduni is greatly underrated as a crisis manager for them, and he comes in when they need to manage this innings after a collapse, and he does it really well. 300 plus runs for him already. Abdul Samad also has a strike rate of almost 180. He stays in crease for a short time, but he always gets 4s and 6s. Shabazz Ahmed was just not used by them. On bowling front, Ravi Bishnoi also very disappointing. It hurts his India chances that he's conceded almost 11 and over, while not taking wickets too. It's sad for Mayank Yadav that his finish issues are a problem once again, and he only played twice this season. His pace also went down. Shahid Thakur had to come in as a replacement, but Mohsin Khan was ruled out before season even started. He got some wickets at the start, but conceded a lot of runs too. Avish Khan has been here and there, some good performances, sometimes mid, and Akashdeep in 6 matches has only 3 wickets, has conceded a lot of runs. On the other hand, who are the unknown finds that she got? Well, there's this one guy, Digvesh Rathee, 14 wickets to averaging 28 and economy of around 8. They picked him out of basically nowhere, and he's been far and away their best bowler. In just his debut season, he's ended up leading their attack somehow. Then after that, I'd like to shout out Digvesh Rathee again, just for his energy and celebration. What he's brought to this team, no one else has, and I think other players need to take inspiration from him. Lastly, I'd like to give a shout out to Digvesh once again, just for the entertainment factor. He's provided the fans with a lot, and he's been a crucial part of the new identity that LSU has. Now, LSU's season is hard to judge because they looked favorites for top 4 at the halfway point, and then in essentially no time, the entire season just spiraled out of control. Now, how did this happen? Well, there were some big moments, and it started off with the first match when LSU was in full control of the match against Delhi. There were so many runs to chase and they had no wickets left. Ashutosh played a blinder though and got them close when Rishabh Pant had the chance to dismiss Mohit Sharma by just collecting the ball and stumping the bails off. He had a lot of time but he still fumbled. Mohit Sharma got back and they lost that first match, getting them a losing start. But they recovered well until they lost against Chennai, defending 25 to the last two. Shardul gave 19 of the 19th over, and at that point, there were 4 wins and 2 losses. This could have messed up the entire season. The very next game, they came back completely. Avish Khan defended 9 of the last over against Jural and Hetmar, and that was the kind of match that lifted the entire team up. Unfortunately, that wasn't to be. And in the very next game, once against Delhi, they had a good start. 87 for 1 in 10 overs, ended up being a collapse to 159, and that was the entire collapse of the season for them. It was the start of a 4-game losing streak. By the end of the streak, they were knocked out of the entire IPL itself. So looking ahead to the next IPL, what could they do differently? Well, on the watch list, I initially had Matt Henry. He's an experienced campaigner who's highly skilled in the power play and gets wickets regularly. But they also have an alternative who they signed themselves as a temporary replacement, Will O'Rourke. In 2 games, he's already had a good impact, and he provides the same assets while being a lot younger. I think they should just get him back and stick with him. That also means that David Miller should be their big release. At 7.5 crores, his strike rate is not even 130 this season. He's been disappointing and just lacked impact at all. Plus, you've got 3 overseas batsmen in great form, and you should get an overseas bowler too, so there's no space for him in the team anyways. Funnily enough, I'm not going to put Rishabh Pant on this list. I do think they stick with him, and he's a massive star. Keep him, and that's the point of promise. Rishabh Pant, Ravi Vishnu, and Mike Yadav are some of the most high potential Indians on the entire scene right now. They're not going to fumble the bag by releasing them. You have to give them more chances. And if once they turn up, this team would be off to a different level completely. For Lucknow, that's just been story of season. The Indians just haven't turned up. It has not been too pretty, but it could have been a lot earlier. Chennai have things messed up. Same with RR, same with SRH, and same with KKR. For Lucknow, it's a lot simpler. The Indians just need to step it up. That's our season review of the Lucknow Super Giants. Let us know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on their season so far. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to K Entertainment. Check out our IPL Manga playlist for all sorts of content regarding this season. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.